always and forever. This moment with you. ATFers, I want to say thank you for being here. Welcome to the Late Night Show. I'm uploading way later than I intended to. Way later because I had a long day. Things didn't go the way that they were supposed to, but you know what? We're here now. We're here now. And it's like they said, it's better to have streamed late than never to have streamed at all. That's what they say all the time. I swear I hear people saying that all the time. Free day, love me your own special way. My heart always. Aww. Take time to tell me. All right, here we go. I don't know if you're at work right now. I don't know if you're commuting. I don't know if you're relaxing after work, before work, if you're doing some chores around the house. I invite you to just take it easy for a little bit. Unwind. Listen to this shenanigans that we're about to embark on. I'm going to be reading some of the chat. We're going to be throwing some jokes back and forth. Just having a good old time, you know. That's what we do here. And if you get lonely, oh my gosh, every day on special way. All right, here we go. We are closer than ever before. Feels real good. We are almost live. People can almost see us. Thank you for being here, ATFers. Thank you for being here on time. Thank you for your loyalness. Always love you forever. All right, here we go. Is a thing that I planned for a very long time. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. That got crazy, bro. That wasn't even close to what I wanted to do. For a very long time. Forever. Always forever. You. Oh, we got Miami in the house. Welcome to Miami. Welcome to the dojo. Positive manifestation. I appreciate that. Positivity in this dojo tonight. Thank you. What the heck? Did my controller? Did my mouse just break or what? What's happening? What is happening? What the heck? James Bishop. Thank you, James Bishop, for being here. This is a stream. Look it. No disrespect. But we've been giving a lot of love. To them East Coasters lately. To those Canadians. And also, I fell asleep. So it wasn't even intentional. But today was a tricky one for me. And I didn't go live at the time that I like to and that I was supposed to. But we're here. And it's like they say, it's better to have streamed late than never to have streamed at all. So thank you very much for being here when you are here. I understand some of you may not be able to be here for the long haul, you East Coasters. I think for the people on the East Coast of the United States right now, it's like 5 a.m. So I do apologize for that. What's up, Kaimon? Marloca, Fresh Galaxy Milk, Tony, Tiger, call me Hercules. What's up? Of course, Positive Manifestation. All the way from across the country. Thank you. I know you guys heard that. Broom, broom. What is that? Last time I kept asking you guys, what's that sound? And everybody kept saying, I don't hear the sound. And then I went back and I watched the replay and I could clearly hear the sound. I heard the sound. I clearly heard the ring. And everyone was saying, you're crazy. I don't hear it. What action did somebody do right now that made that sound happen? I'm live. I am live. Call me Hercules. Come on. So what's the verdict, Tefe? So look, I want to say something very, very heartfelt. I want to say something very heartfelt to Kaimon right now. Kaimon has been lacing me up lately. He's been telling me about this dessert by the brand Better Goods, which I was confused about for a long time because for some reason I thought he said Best Goods. And I was like, oh, I know what that is because that's the kind of mayonnaise that I get. And then when I kept doing my research, I think I was confused or there was something lost in translation. It was Better Goods. Not necessarily better than Best Goods because, I mean, it's best is the best, but also if it's better, I'm not going to get into the semantics of it right now. But it's Better Goods yogurt flavored freeze-dried blueberries. And I went and I got some today, and I have a deep newfound appreciation for Kaimon. But because here's what Kaimon provided for me today. I have these right here before you. This is what I went and got. These little eggs right here. And what I learned today was, you know, through great trials and tribulations and mishaps and very diverse types of taste buds and much long suffering and a little bit of gagging, we could still be friends. We could overcome and we could still be homies. Look, okay, I know you guys are playing with me now. I know somebody heard that noise and I would love somebody to address it right now. You see, I have homies. I have homies who eat olives. Believe it or not, I have people in my life who willingly, consciously consume olives. And I still maintain relationships with them. I mean, I kind of get it when people talk about how they can't be friends with certain kind of people because they have such different politics or something like that. I had a little bit of a whiff of that today. After I had the blueberry, I thought, oh no, was this all a long play? Was this all one major long con? And Kaimon has been setting me up this whole time. Kaimon's been like, I thought we were homies and this whole time he's been setting me up to try to kill me and try to brutalize my taste buds with this abomination right here. Now, I'm going to tell you, it looks different than it tastes. It looks different than it tastes. I saw this and I was excited. And I tried it. And at first I thought, I'm dying. I'm dying right now. It was like when I had a ginger shot for the first time. But then after some reflecting, after some thought and meditation, I realized, you know what? This is a blessing in disguise. Me and Kaimon today are tighter than we ever were before because we're going to get past this. It's just like the Marab loss. You see video of him. And again, in a sense, in a very major sense, and I think I just sadly realized that I may be wrong because we've been seeing a lot of footage of Marab since after the fight. And it has been nothing but positive. And countless people in the comment sections are saying this is such a relief. He's such a cool dude. He's such a gracious champion, gracious in victory and defeat. This is amazing. Every fighter should be like this. He's just like unshakable spirit. He's happy. He's living his life. He's moving on. He's getting ready for the next one. He's all good, great spirits. And that's how I thought, me and Camon could be like this. We'll get better. We'll learn from here. We're going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to talk about something that we could both love, like chicken nuggets or something like that. But then I saw Merab, to get back to Merab, I saw a video of him today, and he has not gone back to the drawing board. It looks like he's returned. It's like it says in the scriptures, like a dog returning to its vomit. I saw a video of him today with Nina Chama, the Delilah of the MMA community, the distraction. And instead of him being, clear-minded, instead of him being focused, instead of him, maybe I don't expect him to be in the gym today because he still got to piece his nose together and stuff like that. But I also don't think it's the best trajectory for him to be eating a bunch of Danishes in his living room with Nina Chama. I don't think that's the path. I think Danishes and Nina Chamas behind closed doors in your kitchen it's like it says on Rocky, it makes your legs weak. It gives you weak knees. I think he needs a Mickey in his life. Anyway, Caimon, we shall overcome. We shall get through this. I appreciate you very much. And I think we're better for this, bro. I think we're better for this. Tomas Aspinall definitely did see the fight. Just like all the way from across the hospital room when he thumbs up Virna Jandaroba when he was supposedly blind. No BJJ in the streets, 100%. We got to keep people safe out here, not the Canadians. They peek in here every once in a while. Merab didn't listen to his coach, knew he would, Yeah, Merab was making his coaches aggravated, and he was getting in his head about it. He was wanting to fight Jan's fight. He was wanting to save some face and look like a warrior in there. He wanted to look like a savage. He wanted to look like he could keep up with Yan and do the same thing that he was doing. And he wanted to keep it exciting for the fighters, for the fans. He wanted to make it entertaining for the fans. And you know what? It is our fault. People boo and they make fun of them and they call it, sniffing their chonies and hugging and laying and pray and stuff like that. And it gets in the fighters' heads. Because they get sick of hearing, oh, yeah, well, good, you have another title defense. That's why you're boring. Nobody cares. And it's like Josh Thompson was saying the other day. Fighters are super, super emotional. They got thin skin. That's probably one of the reasons why they fight. Usually calm, composed people don't fight. But fighters are very emotional. You say the wrong thing to them. You make them feel a certain way. They want to throw putazos. That's how it goes. And you hear enough, even if you're the champion, even if you got that strap and you're defending. If people make you feel small in the comments, if they make you feel stupid, if they embarrass you, if they still don't respect you, it gets to you after a while. Apparently, I guess it does to some people. It doesn't get to Makachev. Willing to share the time zone love, Hefe. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. I will mention it again. I'm supposed to stream. I'm going to get into it in a little bit. I just want to continue to say hi to everybody. Every single weekday I stream sometime between 12 p.m. PST and about 4. But I had to do some things today with my dogs. I had to take the dogs somewhere, take care of some stuff. I had to go to the chiropractor. And I did not get good sleep the last couple of days. There was a lot of stuff I had to do on the weekend. And I felt terrible today. I was trying to write a sit-down MMA script, and I just felt terrible physically, mentally. I just felt off. I don't know if there was something wrong with me. I was kind of like, I had a little episode, mentally. And I just was like, I'm just going to lay down for a little bit. I just wasn't feeling in a good place. And I ended up crashing out. See, I hate that people hijack that. I mean I took a nap. I mean that in the traditional way. I crashed out as in I fell asleep. I took a nap. I didn't rage out or nothing like that. So I'm here for the West Coasters today. Ooh, olives with garlic. You stuff olives with garlic. I like garlic, but man, I can't even imagine the olive being the kind of thing that you want to spend so much time with it. You're gonna stuff something in it. That's crazy to me. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Nobody ever answers me. I feel like someone's playing a joke on me. Wife buys extra olives because I eat them straight out the jar. Bro, my tío Beto used to do that, and it used to drive me crazy. I'll do that with pickles. I'll drink pickles out the jar. I'll drink the juice and everything. But olives, I just can't do it, bro. I can't do it, bro. Did Van's celebration rub you the wrong way? He's a punk. He's a fake. I don't even want to call him a fake champion because he's not. I don't even want to use that word related to him. He's a punk, man. It's terrible. It's not. I heard a couple people say it's not his fault that they gave him the bout. Cool. The celebration was what was crazy. If Khabib would have won a bout like that, forget Khabib. If I won a bout like that, and I would like to think if people here in the chat won the bout like that, I would be like, this is terrible. Like, I don't even. It'd be like when Dustin Gaethje threw the belt down when he didn't even want to fight. I mean, when he didn't even want to put the interim title on because he knew he still had to fight Khabib to make it unified. He's like, I don't even care about this. I would have just been like, this ain't what I dreamed about. Cool. I get to play make believe for a little bit, and maybe I'll make a little extra money and stuff. But this is not real, and I'm gonna have a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach till this guy comes back and we actually get to do it for real. It doesn't feel right. It would feel gross. And I think for somebody, personally, who could take that bout and celebrate the way that he did, and if anyone in here feels the same way, I feel like the kind of person that could take that strap and act as celebratory and as victorious as he did in that cage, being completely tone deaf and not being self-aware enough to see what was going on. I think that's the same kind of person that could cheat on their spouse. I think that's the same kind of person that could rob and steal and do sketchy stuff with their work and their taxes and their money and their rip people off and steal and cheat. I think it's a certain kind of person that is just like they just move shamefully, and they're like, hey, I'm an opportunist. This works for me. I don't care. It's not my problem. This is what I do to be number one. Dog eat dog. I can't even imagine ever being the type of person that would take that and celebrate it and be so oblivious to how pathetic that whole situation is. That's mind-boggling to me. Hey, come on. I mean, I'll chuck them. I'll chuck them far. I don't know if they'll make it all the way to you, bro. What's up, ARJR? Oh, I just responded to your comment. I'm sorry I'm starting so late, ARJR. Long story short, I had to take the dog somewhere to see if they were going to mesh with this boarding place. Every once in a while, if we need someone to help with the dogs. And then I had to go to the chiropractor, I had to take the dogs to a place in another town from where I live. Then I had to go to the chiropractor, which is a few towns away from where I live. Then I came back, and I was thinking about writing a sit-down MMA, and I was watching some videos and trying to get content, but I got discouraged. I'll just be honest. I got very discouraged because I kind of don't know where I'm kind of having a little bit of trouble figuring out how to divide my time, because I was like, should I work on sit down MMA or should I work on a Pimblett and Gaethje breakdown for the main channel? No one's even like, sit down MMA is not even really getting views. Is it worth doing that? Should I put more time in the main channel? And then it's like, why am I going back to that? That not going well is the reason I went to sit down MMA in the first place. I already know how that goes, so I got to stick with sit down MMA. And I was just exhausting myself, and I was just getting discouraged. And I was like, what the heck? What's the point? And then I kind of got down on myself. I overthought it, and I just got all bummed out. And then 2, I haven't been sleeping good the last couple of days, so I kind of just fell asleep as I was trying to figure out what to do. Because you guys already know I struggle with just being a streamer. Because for me, this is just a chill out and, cracking some jokes and hanging out together, having some fun. But I have a hard time feeling like this is content. I like to make content for you guys. I don't want to be a freeloader. So I'm always having that mental tug of war where I feel like I want to be producing some type of content for you. But then I do it and then it doesn't really go well. And then people just want me to stream. So it's like, should I even make content? So I kind of mentally crashed out today. I do use Streamlabs. It's a Streamlabs notification. But what does... I appreciate that. Thank you for looking it up. But I'm wondering what people are doing that makes Streamlabs react that way. Because I have Streamlabs open, and every time someone does a membership, I hear that we are family. Every time someone donates super chat, I hear that burr, 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 burr. Every time someone subscribes, I hear thanks for the sub. I'm wondering what the brr is for, though. It stinks. It's like, yeah, that harp chiming thing, yeah. Do you like cilantro? I feel like we usually agree. If we get caught in the apocalypse, we can split the things we don't like. I do like cilantro. It was kind of a weird revelation to me because to me, cilantro is one of those things that's like, there's no way that people don't like that. Like strawberries. Like, who doesn't like strawberries? And I kind of realized there was like this trend of people online talking about how they don't like cilantro. And I don't understand that. I do like cilantro. ARJR, good night, bro. I'm sorry that I got on so late. I apologize. I appreciate you for being here when you could. I'm going to be back on my normal schedule tomorrow. Danish white privilege. What's up, T Nelly? ARJR. 5 for the road. 5 for the road, bro. Thank you. ARJR is giving memberships in his sleep. ARJR says good night higher up in the chat, and then he gives 5 memberships. He's sleep gifting. He gives you when he's sleeping. He gives when he's awake. Thank you, ARJR. Thank you for bringing these people in. And I know there's some people that are confused because I'm on a different timeline today. But I do upload members content every single Monday through Friday on the membership tab and on the Patreon. And right before I went live right now, I recorded a new video that's going to go live on the membership. I'm going to upload it after the stream. So I'm still keeping that going, of course. Just because I care. I thought they were quail eggs. I just received a generous $25 donation to the PayPal from somebody who thought that there were quail eggs. They thought that this here was some quail eggs. And you know what? At this point in my life now, I feel like I wish they were quail eggs. I wish they were. Because look, I love yogurt. And I love blueberries. But I've learned that I don't like yogurt covered blueberries. You know what it might be also? I don't know if I'm down with the freeze-dried trend, But it's the same thing. Like, I like strawberries and I like French fries. But I wouldn't like French fried covered strawberries. Especially if you threw freeze-dried into the mix somewhere. But thank you very much for that PayPal donation. Thank you for contributing to my my strawberry and French fry fund here. Thank you, James Bishop, for inviting people into all this content on the back end that they have here. I appreciate you. And so does this person that received this blessing from you. Jay Smith has just re-entered the family with a self-inflicted membership. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Jay Smith. The consistent, the loyal Jay Smith. Thank you, bro. Petr Yan 1. Bro, are you playing? You haven't been on the online or what? Yes. Our chiropractor's worth it. I've got a pain in my shoulder blades that bugs me. Need to apologize if you get off schedule. You're doing the Lord's... No need to apologize if you're getting off schedule. You're doing the Lord's work by being here at all, man. I appreciate you, bro. I really... I had a like last 10 years kind of day today. I was really bummed out today, and I need to figure out how to get out of that funk. It was not fun. So I appreciate you, bro. But the chiropractor, absolutely. I would just make sure. I think they're called DOT exams. Yeah, it's a DOT test, a DOT exam. It's like a physical. I would just tell you, Kaimon, just make sure you absolutely do not go to a chiropractor that does those. Because, and this is for anybody here for real. Like, even if you don't like anything I have to say here tonight, if you have like back pain or shoulder pain, neck pain or anything like that, hey, you stumbled up across the right page tonight. Because I'm telling you, I had crazy back pain for over a decade. And Marilena would beg me all the time to go to the chiropractor. I'm like, that's fake. It's dumb. It's a bunch of voodoo. It's not real. It's ridiculous. I refused to go. And I accepted my constant 24-hour-a-day pain in my back, just like I have 2 elbows and a nose. Like, that's, oh, yeah, whatever. It's cool. My back hurts. I got my shoes on. I got some blueberry yogurts right here. Yeah, my back hurts. That's just life. It's a fact of life. And then one day, it just got some pinch or something. Something just compressed just enough that it was unbearable and I couldn't live with it a moment longer. And it was so bad, it actually got someone like me. Like, I never, ever thought I would go. And I went to the chiropractor and I accidentally ended up choosing one that does those DOT exams. And the dude, I mean, just absolutely disrespected me as a patient. Just did the least possible. Was in and out. Didn't pay any attention. Didn't care about my questions. Was very dismissive. And it was a terrible experience. I was crushed when I left. Because I thought... I never wanted to go, but then when I finally made a decision to go, I started to kind of get optimistic. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to walk out of here feeling better. And I was so sad when I left. And then me and Marilena did a little bit more research. And then I went to another one. And I feel like I've never had back pain in my life. It is gone. It's gone. And I literally told the dude earlier today that out of nowhere, my neck had been feeling a little bit sore. And then he's like, oh, okay, this bone and this and that. And he said, turn this way. And it was like, oh, dang. So, yeah, I couldn't more highly recommend it as being someone that was super, like, I thought I would go to a chiropractor. Like, I think I would eat a can of, olives. Like, chale. So me, I think I'm the best example to be like, for sure, bro. Just do your research. And if you go to one and it seems like a quack, don't give up because the right one's out there. It's just like when you're trying to find a good lady, you know what I'm saying? Bro, Petr Yan never fell off, bro. That's the thing. He never fell off the Red Lich. Because and that's what I was talking about in my membership video the day before the event. I was trying to tell people that people got it so twisted. The narrative is so off about Petr Yan. And it was to the point, and I have to admit this, and maybe it's not the same for you, Red Lich. I'm embarrassed to admit. I'm embarrassed. I forgot that he was a champion. So much happened, so much drama, so much with the entertainment and all the this and that, social media. I forgot he was champion. And then he went on that Tony Ferguson trajectory, and everybody just started thinking of him a certain way. And it's like somehow I forgot he even held the strap. But when you look at what people consider to be his fall off, it's like, okay, he was dominating. He was doing good. He gets performance of the night against Uriah Faber. Then he wins the Bantamweight Championship against who most people consider to be the greatest featherweight of all time, Jose Aldo. Then he loses it by accident to Sterling because all the propaganda, all his team and everyone around him sabotaged him and told him to throw a knee. They might as well have told him to stab Sterling. They might as well have told him to pull out his filero. Like, that was the craziest sabotage I've ever seen like that. They're like, yeah, fool, knee him in the face. Like, it was crazy. He shouldn't have lost that. He beats Corey Sandhagen. He lost, in quotations, a split to Sterling because they give favor to the champ. It's that old Ric Flair, to be the champ, you got to beat the champ, which is a bunch of doo-doo. We all know. Same thing with Sean O'Malley. Everybody knows that Sean O'Malley didn't beat Yan. And it's not just a bunch of fanboys. I always urge people all the time, do not listen to me. I always tell people, go back and watch the footage. And you could see O'Malley's coach look like if that dude, you could always see him look like if his lady just like looked at his search history. The look on his face, it was over, bro. He was demoralized. Same thing with Sean O'Malley. And then when they announced O'Malley as the winner, he looked like he just won the lottery. He couldn't believe it. They knew that he lost that fight. I think O'Malley even admitted later, because he even said in the interview, like, I don't know, I got to watch that. I don't know how I won that. And then he even said something later about how, yeah, I don't think I won that. And then Merab, he fought with a broken hand. And everything you need to know about that was vindicated in the match that we just saw this weekend. The dude's basically undefeated in the UFC. There was no fall off. That just shows you how much of a role narrative plays and the bias and how people start talking trash online. Kaimon, yeah, I need to make sure I don't. I have definitely felt burned out lately. I'm just stuck in a real difficult place where I need to make sure that I'm doing stuff that's worth it to the people and that makes sense to the people. Because I have real problems with feeling like a freeloader. I don't want to just make this channel become one big Mexican PBS marathon. You know what I'm saying? I want to make good content. But then I just feel like when I do it, though, when I actually do it, like, again, for example, maybe you guys could watch it and tell me that I'm delusional. Maybe you guys will watch it and say, sorry, Grandmaster, you're stupid. That's not the case. My Tomas Aspinall video that I uploaded on November 7th. Basically, you know, it's a month and 1 day now. A month and 1 day ago, I uploaded this video. And I thought it was a masterpiece. I was happy with it. It was thorough. I thought it was funny. It was tight. I edited it just the way that I wanted. I was completely happy with it. Took my time with it. I was super proud of it. 26,000 views. I've gotten more views by just sitting there talking to the camera because the algorithm just organically pushed a particular video when I just sit there and talk for 8 minutes. I spent so much time on this, perfecting it and making it so tight and good. And for what? It's discouraging. So I have some, it's frustrating thinking about my next move. Oh, snap. T. Nally's co-signing on the chiropractors. 100% worth it. Do you use the word glizzy? I think it's so dumb. One of the worst words this new generation made up. I do like glazer, though. I'll happily use that one. I don't use glizzy. I'm a very set in my ways kind of person. Like, for example, I don't mean to alienate anybody here in the chat. Do what you do, be yourself. You know, I like what I like, you like what you like, you know. We don't have to come after each other. But yeah, glizzy, no, that will never be in my vocabulary. It's just like when I was younger and even to this day. You know how you like something, you say, that's cool. or yeah, cool. And now a lot of the younger generation likes to say that's chill. I would never say that. And it's obnoxious to me. But I have to not be a hypocrite and realize that it's literally like the closest thing possible. It's not only like the same idea, it's not only the same concept of using a word that doesn't necessarily mean something to fit your vernacular. Chill is literally like the closest possible word to cool that there could be, and I'm over here thinking it's obnoxious. So that just shows you how hypocritical things could be from generation to generation. But yeah, like I'm not someone that adapts like new slang. I don't like it. I feel like it's kind of pathetic when someone from one generation tries to act like the next generation. But some people are just so easily influenced. They just go along with every turn of the wheel, and I don't know. That's just not me. I prefer wiener. I prefer weenie. I mean, I would even go with Frank before I go with Glizzy. Yeah, so had to get through 3 ads to be here. Never saw that happen before. Clearly, YouTube is doing something new because I wonder if I could show you guys on here. The other day, during the Mexican Fight Companion, people were telling me that for the first time ever, they were seeing a bunch of ads in the chat, which, as far as I'm aware, they should not be seeing because I didn't enable that. And I wonder if you could see on the back end here, just for transparency. I don't know if it'll let me show you while it's live, because it's showing my last live video as the Mexican Fight Companion. Maybe if I go to the app. Live, and then go to, what the heck? I thought I used to be able to edit from right here. Okay, whatever. Well, anyway, it's been an obnoxious thing with some of the people on here because they're asking why does it do that, and I don't know. There's an option on the back end when you stream live. It asks if you want to do automatic ads or how is it worded? It's automatic or manual or something like that. And one of them means that you're manually going to place ads in the feed so that they'll literally show up and interrupt what you're seeing right here. And otherwise, I think they might just throw them at the beginning of the video from now on and in the chat, but won't interrupt the video. If they start interrupting the actual video once you've already been here, please let me know, because that would be crazy, because that means they're not even paying me for that. The way he acted on Ariel's show, shameful. Did he come on Ariel today? I need to watch that. It's hard to make content off of the streams because, I mean, I know maybe I'm just like I'm a snob or something. I don't know. Because I know when I would watch other channels and they would stream, that was their main thing. They were streamers and they would clip that and their content would basically be clip farming their streams. I thought that was the laziest, most complacent content I've ever seen in my life. I didn't even consider it to be content. And I've done it because I'm like, well, what the heck? Is that what the platform wants? But man, is it hard on someone that actually cares about making good content. Did your mom ever make you go get cilantro at the store and you get parsley and you get a chancla? I've done that with Marilena. She has sent me to the store to get cilantro, and I came back with parsley. I did not get the chancla, but I did get the silent treatment. And then I went and bought McDonald's while she made tacos with parsley. So who's the real loser? When was the last time you had a banana split? Are you talking about the wrestling move or the fantastic dessert? If you're talking about the wrestling move, it's probably been about 8 years. If you're talking about the bananas, the dessert, it's probably been about 1 year. But I do love banana splits. Both kinds. You a Dr. Pepper guy? I do love Dr. Pepper, but I'm not one of those weirdos that hates the other. I love Coke. I love Pepsi. I love Dr. Pepper. I love Sprite. I like Fanta. I like all sodas. Except RC Cola. That's not soda. I've not tried the blackberry. But I am not good with that kind of stuff, actually. Because I'm more of a Puritan. If I like Pepsi, I don't want anybody to mess with it and adulterate it. I like the classic. But, I could try. Just like Mountain Dew. I do love the Baja Blast. I think I like the Midnight Baja Blast even better. It's amazing. Got to work out your traps and mid to lower back and watch all the pain disappear. Replace it with soreness for a while and then forget the old pain altogether. Ooh, all right. That's some good advice right there. And that's similar to even what the chiropractor was saying, because I even told him that once I started feeling better and being able to move around and work out more, it feels like that getting stronger, it takes the stress off of your bones. Or I don't know if I'm wording that the right way, but it just seems like when certain parts of your body get stronger, you carry your frame, you carry your weight better, and you take a lot of that pressure and stress off of the bones, off of your bone structure. Jesse, since I want to be Mexican, would that make me a year or a white? Wait, what? Would that make me a year or a white back? What the heck? That makes you an undercover Mexican martial artist, and you're potentially the most dangerous kind because people never see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Not between. Yeah, when I went to the chiropractor, the thing that made me the most comfortable was I insisted, or I was going to, and I didn't have to, fortunately. I wanted x-rays. I didn't want some weirdo voodoo woo-woo dude just trying to do whatever and lighting some candles and playing some Enya or whatever. So they took x-rays, and I posted them on the Patreon and on the membership. I had basically self-inflicted scoliosis. My right shoulder was super, super low. My right hip was high. And my lumbar was gone. I had discs that were 50% compressed. I had some stuff rubbing together so much it created like calcium and made like more bone or whatever, rubbing against each other constantly, causing pain. When I saw that, then I was like, okay, this is for real. I have actual problems. It's not like my posture or something, even though that does have something to do with it. But yeah, come on. I would add that to your search, because when I went to the second chiropractor, I told them very cool, very calmly. I wasn't like, look, you better. I was like, look, I'm in pain. I had a bad experience. I came from this place. They did this, and this, which seemed sketchy. I asked them about all this. They didn't even listen to me. They were dismissive. I'm hoping to get this and this. And they're like, oh, absolutely. So I would just be cool and be like, I'd really like to I'd find a place that does x-rays. That way it's full transparency. Go sell some music. I heard that today when I was driving home. Hold on, Pooh. What am I talking about? That's what I'm saying, Melancholy. And I have to admit, I forgot about it. I doubted him myself just by forgetting about him. For real, man, Melancholy. I think it's just what's a good way to put it? Symptom? I don't know. It happens more often than I like it to, bro, and I just feel helpless. It's literally like, that's the perfect way to put it. It's a funk, bro, a burnout, and it's like, oh, I hate when it happens, because then I just turn real cranky, and I don't want to be a downer to the people around me, and I just, sometimes it's rough to get out of. You talking some real chill, glizzy, goblin, skibbity toilet. Oh my gosh. Are you trying to riz me, bro? I still say coolio. I do too. It depends on who I'm talking to. Or I'll talk like Pauly Shore. I'll go, bro. Can I get a car loan? No questions asked. I don't sell cars anymore. But yeah, if you go to some sketchy, if you go to like own a car or something, if you go to some place where they're just going to give you like a 95% interest rate, and yeah, they'll bury you, bro. They'll bury you. It'll end up being, you'll be so upside down. But if you don't care and you're not going to try to, sell that car 2 years later and get into something else, and you're going to have it for 30 years and not have any regrets or anything like that, you got to don't go to a dealership. Go to some like sketchy, like it smells illegal when you go in there. They'll do what they need to do to get you in a car. They'll put you on the lifetime sentence plan. Oh. What the heck? You got to remember you're awesome and people need you. I get through some stuff sometimes and it gets better. Thank you, bro. Thank you. When I was feeling the way that I was feeling earlier, it's like, it's weird, man. It was almost like if I had plans with some friends to like go miniature golfing or something. It was like if I had plans to go out and like go to Red Robin and have a meal or something with some homies, and like I canceled on them. That's how I felt earlier, because I was looking at the clock and it was like 11:15, 11:30, 11:45, and I was like, I should be getting ready to stream right now, and I just felt like I couldn't even bring myself to get out of bed and do it. Like, because I laid down in bed and I was literally, I don't want to tell you what I was watching because I don't want to ruin it. But I was literally laying in bed with the phone watching something, and I had the laptop next to me, and I was going to be making all these notes, and then I was going to write a video out of it. And I did write some notes. But I just kept thinking, should I make this for the main channel? Should I make it for Sit Down MMA? Where's it going to do better? Does it even matter? Should I just do this as a stream? And I just got all in my beanie about it. And then I was getting super tired because of, not sleeping lately. And then I kept going in and out of sleep. And then it was like 12, and I was like, I should be streaming right now. I wonder if there's anybody like, hey, what the heck? Where's the stream? And I was feeling bad. I was feeling guilty. Like, I should be there right now. And I just felt like I was like I bailed on the homies. So it didn't feel good. So I felt like I let a couple people down today, but thank you, James. I need to at least show up, man. F-bomb, I did not even think of it like that, bro. It was accidental. El Tronado, are you joking, bro? Are you joking, bruh? Don't play with me, bro. What the heck? Would you probably the Grandmaster, because anybody could found something. Anybody could found it. But I keep finding it on a regular basis. Oh, Tronado, you are playing with me. I was like, there's no way, bro. Jane, oh, Jane Caulfield with the new profile photo? What is that? Dang. Jane said, I can't do nothing about my reach. I can't do nothing about my reach, but I could do something about my pump. I could do something about these biceps. Biceps on triceps. New rule, we don't go live until I've been notified. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. We've been live for 4 hours and they barely notified you. Is that what happened? Pauly Shore was like the Hawk Tuah girl. How dare you, bro? How dare you? But you know what makes me mad? You're right. That's one of the things that makes me, it makes me feel so stupid about just like how we get caught up in generational things. Like, I feel like if I was around in the 1960s, I wouldn't have liked the Beatles. Because I would have looked at them like, oh, this is One Direction. This is the Jonas Brothers. But since I was alive when I was, then it's like, oh, they're the GOATs, you know, they're historic and all that. But if I would have been around then, I would have been smashing, I would have been jumping on those records too. I would have been cracking them in the streets. So yeah, it's like in a big way, he was that for a lot of people. When you get into a burnout, do people tell you that you're being dramatic? My diagnosis has shed light, and I have to remember that despite what people say, you got to live your way with your rules. Here's the thing for me. I can't stress this enough, and I don't know, like, I don't feel like there's any way you would believe me. Like, I literally, like, I don't interact with anybody. But like my family. And that's not, it's just a melancholy. I think it just has a lot to do with the way that our minds operate, bro. It's not like I hate everybody and I refuse to be. It's just, I mean, look at how my day was today. I couldn't even handle just doing what I needed to do for sit down MMA or streaming on time or whatever. It's like, how the heck am I going to fit other human beings into my day, you know? So it's like, I don't even really have anybody around me that would judge me. I don't really interact with anybody. But still, yes. If and when there have been people that have been exposed to these tendencies of mine, that's generally, you know what I have been told actually? I've had people tell me, you should just go get medication. That's what I've had people tell me. They said, you could go get something for that. Which, I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody in here, but which frankly I think is just very insulting and dismissive. Oh, just there's something for that. Go take it. Okay. And I'll be a different person tomorrow. You won't have to deal with this anymore. I'll be different. Look, I'm Billy now. I don't know. But yeah, that has been my life experience that if people don't know firsthand, they won't get it. Like, I have to admit, and I've said this before a few streams back, I remember being around people that struggled with depression and stuff and just having the wrong response and giving that stupid cliche, oh, just be happy, just do this or that. And it's like, oh, wow, until you know what it feels like you just shut up. You have no idea. But it's tough because I could understand how the person on the other side, they just don't get it. Because I didn't get it. It would be like if you had somebody in front of you and they're like, I can't stop sticking my dog into this jar of mayonnaise. And they just look like this crazy abusive person. And you're like, don't do that, bro. Stop it. And to you, they look like a psychopath. It's like, I can't even imagine ever being in a position where I would do that. But to them, it's like, this is the only thing that makes sense. Why wouldn't I do this? It's like the most impossible thing to understand if you're the observer. I've never stuck my dog in a jar of mayonnaise. Oh, I'm sorry, Unadapted, bro. Dang it, bro. Hey, do you do them? Do you do them at 11:45 most of the time, so that I could try to be here tomorrow at 11:45? Well, see, the thing, Marco, how do you spell that? I mean, pronounce it Marco. Oh, Marco Liao. The thing, Marco, boxing, fight analysis of older fights. Honestly, I think I will get bored trying to do it about boxing. I could watch boxing, but I think I would be bored out of my beanie trying to make content about boxing. It's just, there's just not as much going on as there is in MMA. Like in the fight itself, because you could get the knees and you got work from the clinch and the elbows and the uppercuts and the potential 12-6 elbow and the choking and breaking the arm. And boxing is just like, okay, there's another hook, there's another jab, okay, they're hugging again. And I tried to break down older fights. People never watch them. People watch the shorts. That may be my salvation. A while back when I was uploading shorts, I was getting millions of views. Those, I broke down like UFC 1, UFC 2 fights, like from the 90s. And some of those got millions of views. But the long versions, because I'd put those all together, I would break down every fight from like the UFC 1993 event, the UFC 1994 event, 1995 event. I would do shorts, and the shorts would go like viral. A lot of them would. But then when I put them all together to be like, all right, here's the whole recap of UFC 1. Here's the whole recap of UFC 2 and so on. Those themselves would never get good views, but the shorts would. Marloca, my Dobby pulled super hard. My Dobby pulled super hard as I was walking her. Oh, and caused me a frozen shoulder. I just want to let it go, let it go. Dang, was that recent? Was that today? Oh, snap. Oh, pulled super hard. Oh, you know what? Marloca, you know what my dog did today? One of my dogs? When I was driving, he lowered the window himself on the car. He lowered the window and was like trying to jump out. And I had to tell the people where I took him that he is an escape artist. He's always trying to escape. Always, no matter what. But the dumb thing is, like if we ever have to take him to the groomer or to the vet or whatever, as soon as he comes back, he's jumping in our arms. He's crying. He's like he missed us and all that. It's like when someone comes home from the war, you know. So he's like the prodigal dog, you know, all the time. All the time. He's just looking, trying to get out of there. But as soon as he's gone, he's like, I didn't mean it though. Dang. You got that frozen shoulder. My dog was trying to give me that cold shoulder. So you and Caimon, you guys need to check your copay, man. Don't let anyone... You didn't let anyone down, Hefe. You built a community that appreciates your efforts. You're your own hardest critic. Love you, man. I guess that should make me feel better. Like, no matter if anyone wants to hate or say something dumb, there's no way they could keep up with me. I'm definitely my own worst critic. Definitely. Thank you, bro. I do think of that often. Even where I feel like I fall short, it's like, dang, the community, though, they're crazy cool. Like, it doesn't even matter if I, sometimes I feel like I don't give my best swing, like they're still there, so I appreciate that. Have any sense, 'cause something okay, let me, Clerks 2. Why not Clerks 1? 1 and 2? I would like, we got to do Mallrats 2, bro. I waited all afternoon and I felt like a desperate man waiting for a lady to text me back. Why not a desperate woman waiting for a man? Huh? That makes me feel good, Jane. You know what I wondered? Like there was definitely that part of me that felt bad, like I should be here. But man, I'm so pathetic. There was another part of me that was like, I wonder if they even notice. I wonder if they even notice I haven't gone live yet. They probably don't even notice. It doesn't even matter. That makes me feel good, Jane. It makes me feel very good that you were waiting all by yourself like a desperate man. That makes me feel very good. Because I learned today that that people do care. I used to be told that I was being dramatic all the time. People didn't understand my body functions differently, more sensitive to sounds, emotions, foods. This year's been a lot of self-discovery. Yeah, I have to fight very, very, very hard not to lose my beanie when certain things are going on around me. Like, and just like the way people, I don't know. I just feel like we're on different wavelengths, and sometimes the way people talk and act and chew and yawn and this and that, I'm like, bro, why do you do that? Why do you do that? What's wrong with you? I feel like it could make me very critical and judgmental, and I just have to keep a lot of stuff inside, because I know if I just voiced everything that came to my mind, I would just seem like a jerk. But I hate it. I don't know why my mind works like that. But it could be super critical of everything, because my mind just always observing. And I have this type of mind that is like always seeking closure. So if something happens around me that I don't understand, I want to ask, like, why'd you do that? And I'm not even like, hey, what's wrong with you? It's always just like, hey, I noticed you did this. Why'd you do that? Oh, because this is yeah, but didn't you know that blah, blah, blah? Yeah, but okay. And then when they say something, why'd you say like that? Why? Because I don't know, because it sounds stupid even saying it out loud, but it's just like this mind that's super, super inquisitive and always wants closure. It always wants to know why this and why that. And it can come off as, it could come off wrong, because there's a lot of people like that are just controlling. And they're rude and they're bossy and they're mean. And it's like, man, I'm not being like that. It's just like my brain wants to know everything. And it's like I can't turn it off. It's like the highest level of FOMO. It's like real FOMO, not fake FOMO. It's not like social media FOMO. I feel you, melancholy. I take 1 month a year where I just shut down and sleep 80% of the day. Dang. That sounds amazing. Has that creepy old dude hit you up again, the one that wanted to get Chinese? No, he didn't. How long ago was that? I think that was in like September or October. That was on November 5th. I'll buy your junk from you. Yup. Smiley face with tongue sticking out. And then smiley face with $ tongue sticking out. Pretty nasty. However, I wonder how much he would have paid. Yeah, same here, bro. I'm always too hyper aware of different things around me not going the way that I'd like them to, because of my own mistakes and my own doing. So it's like, well, I'm just so aware of that let's just start doing the opposite, you know? Yeah. Are there Christmas movies you watch every year? Home Alone and Alf. 100%. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's what it was for me too. My life hack for depression was lifting. My life hack for anxiety is gratitude. I try to think of all the cool stuff in my life. When we moved, our garage just got thrashed because we started treating it like a storage unit because our old place was bigger. So we just shoved a bunch of stuff in there, and I haven't really been able to work out, and I feel like it's kind of, I'm trying to be hopeful, and little by little I'm moving stuff around and cleaning a little bit, and I'm trying to get there. But yeah, it's been a long time, and I definitely feel funky. We're in the ADHD era for content. Anything longer than a minute is hard for people to watch. Maybe I should just do that then. Maybe I should just do shorts and stream. Because it seems like the people that are down for the streams, like for real, which is cool. It seems like the people that are down for the streams are like, they don't even necessarily care if I don't even do longer or like other types of content like breakdowns. Like I know there's some in here, but I feel like there's also homies in here that's like, even if I didn't do one for like 6 months, they'll still be like, hey, are we streaming tomorrow? Because it's just a cool hangout. So what I'm saying is it feels like those homies are going to just ride with me no matter what. And this is fun enough for us. And doing long form is probably unnecessary and just exhausting me and burning me out. Where if I did shorts, then those homies would still be here, and the channel would potentially grow because shorts grow the channel. I just don't like to give up on stuff. Because already I'm like second guessing myself about sit down MMA, and even though it's not as long as the other videos, even the amount of time that goes into that, I'm already second guessing that. Like, is that the right move? Do you feel out of place at social events? Absolutely. 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 I always feel so unbelievably awkward. I never know what to say. I always say something stupid. Terrible with small talk. And then I try to like hide in the corner or go look busy or something. And Marilena's always like, bro, this is embarrassing. Everyone thinks you don't like them. And I'm like, yeah. Does your dog think you are Korean? I've had a lot of people throughout my life think that I was Asian. I've had people ask if I'm Asian, if I'm Italian, if I'm Native American, if I'm Indian, if I'm Spanish. Just like anything but Mexican, right? People, hey, absolutely. People who feel normal in social events are aliens. Exactly. That's what I always try to tell. That's the problem with extroverts. They're always trying to fix you. And I'm like, excuse me? You're the attention seeking, like everyone listen to my life and all my anecdotes. And you're the one that's starved for attention and doesn't know how to shut up. You're exhausting, bro. Let me fix you, bro. 89 pounds. Oh, no. Oh, no. One of my favorite sayings is they say money doesn't buy happiness, but I'd rather do my crying in a Bentley. Absolutely, bro. Dang, she's been to the Pinta. They got her in the Pinta. Oh. James Bishop, I don't know if you're just trying to make me feel better, but it's working. It's working. Thank you, bro. Yeah, it is tiring, bro. And you know what I discovered the other day? Because the thing about empaths And I think a lot of people don't understand this. The thing about an empath, it's not like you have a supernatural, like a superhero power. Being an empath doesn't mean that you're literally like diving into their soul and feeling their feelings. And I think, hopefully I'm not like just making somebody realize this right now, because it's a hard truth. Being an empath isn't that you're literally actually magically experiencing their feelings and like getting into their inner workings and all that and literally feeling it. It's a projection. Because as an empath, there's times where I'm feeling too much on behalf of someone. Like they went through something happened to them, something went wrong, and I'm just over here feeling for them, on behalf of them. And if it's someone that I know very close, sometimes I'll have a conversation with them about it, and they're like, bro, I'm fine. Like, I'm not even. And it's like, I realize I'm projecting that because I'm making the assumption that this is what they're feeling based off of my life experiences. And it's like, oh, snap. I'm just twisted, bro. Being an empath a great deal of the time means that I'm feeling extra that they're not even feeling. And it's like I'm creating this reality and assuming what they're feeling, and they might not even be feeling that. It's exhausting. GM, you'll be that creepy old Chinese guy someday. And it is melancholy. People try to hijack it. It's a trendy thing now. I'm the same way. Sometimes people seem like NPCs or robots with no self-awareness, and I can't understand how they seem so comfortable acting the way they do. I've told my family about that a few times, and sometimes they kind of act like they think I'm crazy or they can't tell if I'm joking or what. But I've had that conversation before where I just feel like the people around me are like NPCs, and I truly feel like I'm in the Truman Show because the things that go on around me and the things that people say and the ways they act. I just went to this place with Marilena the other night. We went out somewhere together for the first time in I don't know how long to just eat, just me and her. And bro, I'm telling you, it's just nothing but NPCs. The way that people act and talk and conduct themselves all around me, I'm like, there's no way, bro. There's no way. This is all the Matrix. This is all one big test. These people cannot be real, bro. They cannot be real. There's no way. Now, I'm going to tell you something that sounds like Jeffrey Dahmer kind of level. Was this real or was this a dream? No, it's real. I don't know if I should tell you this. No, I can't tell you. No, should I? I don't think there's anything wrong with saying this because I believe it was Kevin Smith who wrote this. I think it was a Kevin Smith movie. Does this sound familiar to you guys? Have you ever heard of a movie where some kid was on an escalator and he was playing? And one of the characters said that he hopes the kid gets caught in the escalator so that his parent could learn the hard way, because the parent was being an awful parent and letting the kid play on the escalator and didn't realize the dangers of that. And I've said similar things before too, where I see like a little kid just walking down the street all by themselves, and I'm like, man, I should just take that kid and then like bring it back to the parent like 5 hours later and be like, look at you. This is terrible. This can't happen. Someone's going to take this kid. The world is a wicked place. I remember I was thinking the other day about NPCs, and I was like, I should just follow this dude home. I'm going to follow him home and see if he's real. Because like on the Truman Show, he started catching on to the patterns and believing that everything was fake. And he would go places where he wasn't expected to be, and he would like follow people. And he'd learn they were basically like actors. And then he'd follow them, and they'd end up like they were done with their assignment or whatever. And they'd go like backstage, and he'd see them back there drinking coffee and eating donuts. Like if they were at craft services, like if they were, off shift or whatever. And he's like, what the heck is going on? It was like he stumbled into the behind the scenes of his own life. And I remember the thought crossed my beanie the other day. I was like, I'm going to follow this dude home. And I bet you at some point, he's going to make a left, he's going to make a right, he's going to make a U-turn, he's going to get on the freeway. I bet you at some point, he's going to walk behind the scenes, and he's going to be sitting there eating a donut. This is an actor. There's no way this is a real dude. This is an NPC right now. I didn't end up following him, and I promise I would not have killed him or done anything weird. $20 is $20. Hey, it's gonna take a lot more than $20, homie. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna try to catch up on the chat here. Well, thank you, Carlos. I've been really bummed out about it lately. I was feeling like, am I delusional? Was this the wrong move? I was really starting to second guess it. Thank you, bro. Sounds like something I would say to my ex-wife. Thing is you are everything and everything. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, Javi. I mean, it's not. It's weekend update, I guess. Sit down MMA was like my version of like the closest thing that I would ever do to stand up. That's what it is. Instead of stand up, it's sit down. It's sit down comedy. Because people have brought it up over the years. Would you do stand up? Would you do stand up? You should do stand up. You should try stand up. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it, but I'll do it sitting down. And I know it doesn't quite seem like comedy because you're going, hey, how's everybody doing? And you got to hold the microphone and stuff. And it's like, well, I just wrote these jokes. Like when you see me do those, I just wrote them. I just finished writing them. And I'm like, okay, it's done. Let's go shoot it now. And the whole purpose of that channel was to do it quick and consistently, not to take, however long to memorize all that. So I thought, I'm just going to read it off the page. So it's just my version of if I ever did stand up. But I do dumb it down. I'm trying to make it be more digestible. And I don't even know if it was him, but I feel like it was Mallrats. Mallrats was classic, man. I've never seen Ed TV. I heard that it was like another version of the Truman Show. I need to watch that. Escante warrior, snap. Oh, that's scary, man. I was at a playground with my kids, and then a couple kids came to play with them, and there were no parents in sight. Got a great deal. Good to see you, JM. Chonkla for you. Chonkla for you. What's up, Q Ball? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for supporting. I hope that you're taking advantage of all that members-only content that I have on the page. New videos every Monday through Friday. I am so happy to... 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. The audio should definitely be working. I see the volume right now. Okay, good. I'm very happy to see how many people have watched Mallrats. That makes me feel really good. I had to play into the Bane fantasy, but with the really beautiful buff lady. Is that Bane? Is that I didn't even... So it's tiny on my screen. I have terrible eyes. So that's a female Bane. That's literally... You literally embraced it. Jane Caulfield has been the same Rocky Horror since the longest. And just like... That's beautiful. This is a metamorphosis right here. To so embrace and play into the character, that is dedication right there. How come some people could hear me? I have always liked the Ernest movies. That dude was such a big part of my childhood. I really like Ernest. Have you heard of the Christmas classic? Of this Christmas classic. I don't know what that means. What is that? What is that? Well, thank you, those of you that had to refresh. Thank you for sticking with the stream. I don't know why it's doing that. Feels cooler if Bane's watching over the chat. Okay, look, let me just talk about this real quick. It's so hot. I got this heater burning me, but then it's cold when I turn it. I am a Merab Dvalishvili fan. I have been. And I mentioned the night before the fight that I was concerned for this dude. I said that he was acting differently. He had a little bit of a different approach and attitude than I feel like we had seen from him recently. I felt like he was acting a little bit Conor McGregor-ish. Long story short, I don't want to make it sound like I'm hating on the dude. I'm just saying that I grew to like him because of certain attributes, certain bits of his character, different ways that he'd carry himself and the way that he was composed. And I felt like lately he started to fall in love with the smell of his own pedos a little bit. And it seemed like he started to, like if I would have just watched the press conference with him at UFC 23 and I had never known anything about him before, never followed, I was a newbie, I was a casual day one, I wouldn't have liked him. I'd be like, this guy's a punk. I hope y'all knocks him out. But I've been a fan of Merab for long enough that it's like, what's happening? I don't like this. This is making me uncomfortable. I feel like he's losing himself. And I said it in the membership video that I recorded earlier. Again, if you weren't here earlier, I recorded a video right before this stream. And after this stream is over, I'm going to upload it. So after this stream, there will be a membership video posted also on Patreon. But, he is definitely and obviously a capable individual. So I'm not going to say he's definitely was never for a moment a hype train. But even when you are at the top and the best and you're like a Hall of Famer even, you could still buy into yourself a little too much. And I hesitate to say buy into your own hype because, again, that makes it sound like I'm saying that he was overhyped and he wasn't. But even if you're the best of the best of the best, you can fall into the mistake of still buying into yourself so much and not staying hungry, not staying disciplined, not staying composed. And I felt like he was coming in there with a certain type of attitude and demeanor and acting and talking a certain way. And I just felt like, I don't even recognize this guy. Why is he acting like this? And Yan seemed composed. Yan was cracking jokes. Yan was making fun of him and his homies in the hot tub and stuff like that. It came off like when Strickland was making fun of Adesanya. Like when Strickland was making fun of Dudu Plessis and stuff like that. It seemed like it was getting to Merab and he was just getting too loud and barking too much. And Yan seemed cool and in control and he was starting to make the people laugh. He seemed more put together. All the while Merab is struggling to even make weight. And then Merab is even saying, which is kind of a slap in the face to his team, I would think. He even came out on, I think it was Embedded, saying, I don't trust anybody with my nutrition. I don't trust anybody with my food. I will do myself. Well, that's weird. Hopefully there's no nutrition dudes in this camp. He was pretty strong about that. But he's like, I'm going to do it myself. So then he's abusing himself doing it this super old school way. That's not the best on your body, especially not as often as he does it. 5th defense in 400 something days. And it's like, I don't know if he's trying to get the money because now he has multiple mortgages. Now he's got the G63, the G-Wagon. I don't know what kind of lifestyle he's trying to lead here. I don't know if it's because he's chasing the money. I don't know if it's because he's trying to chase a record, trying to chase legacy. Maybe he already knows it's taking its toll on his body and he's trying to cash out before he gets too old. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's trying to get advantage of the last pay-per-view before he was trying to push the time before it went to Paramount. I don't know what it was. He wants to be a company man and he doesn't want to say no to Dana. Look at Makhachev just said no. Or Khabib, actually. Khabib just said no when they wanted Makhachev. But Merab says, okay, I'm a company man. And then he goes back to his old ways. And right away, he's making videos with Nina Chama. He's sitting there eating donuts in his kitchen with Nina Chama. You think you're going to see any videos of Yan eating desserts, eating some Nutella cake with Nina Chama in his dining room? Chale, that dude stays focused. But Merab's out here having a whole 5-round fight before the fight. He's out here swimming with polar bears. He's making TikToks with Nina. He's trying to be on all these different shows, trying to do his YouTube channel, trying to do all this. Meanwhile, Yan is training, chin down, training. Yan probably deleted all the social media apps from his phone. Yan probably disconnected the Wi-Fi. Meanwhile, Merab's out here, He got distracted. He lost the eye of the papaka. And not only that, I mean, even when he was in the ring, he lost sight of his game plan. He's irritating his coaches, and he's not doing what got him there because he's afraid of being boring. He's afraid of not being entertaining, especially going into this Paramount era. He kept talking about, I want to entertain the fans. I want to entertain the fans. Cool. Okay. Maybe you'll keep some fans that way. Maybe you'll gain some that way, but you're going to gain the wrong, you're pursuing the wrong thing. Maybe you'll get more fans and you'll be a fan favorite like Dustin Gaethje, like Tony Ferguson, like Justin Poirier, like Nate Diaz. You want to be a fan favorite? Cool. You want to be a 30 for 30? You want to be a Rock'em Sock'em? You want to get CTE? You want to be another Michael Chandler? You'll be a fan favorite. But you're not going to win fights like that. You can't let it get to you when people call you a hugger. Took the fight too soon. Cutting weight the wrong way. Abusing his body. And I said this was going to happen. But even the way that it played out, skill-wise, strategy-wise, attribute-wise, I cannot see Merab closing that gap. With two working hands, without coming in with a broken hand this time, Yan's takedown defense was immaculate. It was outstanding. With his boxing, with his guard, with his defense, with his footwork, with his composure, Merab, it was, as a Merab fan, it was embarrassing. As a Merab fan, it was very uncomfortable and embarrassing to see him relentlessly spamming half-hearted, no setup takedowns, just hoping and praying, just shooting for unintelligent takedowns. And it didn't take Yan long to realize this is what he's going to do all night. I do not see that bridge being gapped. I do not see Umar being able to do anything against Yan. O'Malley already lost to Yan. Corey Sandhagen, there's nothing here. There's nothing in this division except for Yan to run laps at this point. Merab should have waited. Maybe fate would have been on his side. He shouldn't have rushed it, just like Makhachev's not rushing it. He should have went into the Paramount era. By that time, again, and I said what I said for a reason, maybe fate would have been on his side. Maybe Yan would have slipped on a banana peel sometime in late December. Maybe, I don't know, whatever set of circumstances would have happened that would have kept that matchup from happening and would have preserved Merab. But the gap seems too far to cross at this point. A healthy Yan with his skill set against Merab, it doesn't seem to make sense for Merab. I don't know if a different type of weight cut would make a difference at this point. You can't be on top for more than 5 minutes without thinking you're dropping smell like roses. For real. Roses really smell like doo-doo. I think Sam Cooke said that. I know you like to think your doo-doo don't stink. Yeah, that was dirty too with Brandon Moreno. And I did the breakdown the other day. I showed you guys exactly why it was an early stoppage. Because he literally needed to use his hands to get his base back. He doesn't have 4 arms. He can't both cover his ears and crawl back at the same time. So he's like, I'll take these punches all day. I'm going to use my hands to crawl back, get my base. And the ref couldn't put together that that's what he was witnessing, and he called it. He got comfortable. I don't think it helped. He won the first one in such a dominant way. He probably thought he was just going to do the same thing. Yup. Completely disregarded the fact that that dude had a broken hand. Even when I lose, I win. Man. Yeah, it's sad to see what's happening to Moreno, but it's not his fault either, man. I mean, if he would have retired at a certain age, which was tough because he wasn't old, but now, right here, right now, he's in a tough spot, and they're doing him dirty right now. Oh, that's amazing, Marroca. I will always regret a time that Tony Bennett came, which I think is the English-speaking Vicente Fernandez, by the way, as far as I'm confirmed. Another legend. Tony Bennett came around, and I had the opportunity to go see him, and I can't even get in the headspace of why I didn't. I can't even make it make sense. I can't believe I didn't go, and I will forever regret that. Merab argued to be on the card to try to break the record for the most title defenses in a single year. See, I missed that detail. What is that, ego? Being a workaholic, not knowing when to stop, not knowing when enough is enough, and just overshooting the, outweighing the what's worth it, and, legacy overall intact. They're trying to get this one very Pacific record. Just not worth it, man. Overdid the amount he could handle with no one to tell him to chill out and focus. This is just like me trying to start like 4 different YouTube channels at once. I'm doing the same thing. I'm over here having an episode. What's up, Warif? My day is better right now than it's been all day. I'll say that. It's better right now than it was the whole day before, so I appreciate that. I hope you're having a blessed day. They said they wanted to do 8 or 9 title fights at the White House card. I guess we'll have to do BMF cards for the rest of the year. Maybe they'll just make a BMF title for every single weight division. I mean, it's getting to a point. I was watching that press conference they were doing. They had the Derek Lewis and the Max Holloway and all these. It's like nothing but fake titles up there. You got the BMF fake title up there. You got Amanda Nunes having 2 fake titles up there. She's not even a champion right now. You got Max Holloway and then Oliveira's up there trying to win that fake title from Holloway. You got Pimblett and Gaethje up there fighting for a fake title. This is insane, bro. Yan might retire O'Malley. I've been saying it. I used to really, really, really dislike O'Malley, but ever since he got humbled, he's been acting differently, and I do have respect for that. But he's brittle. He is brittle, and I think Yan would just pick him apart. Yan would beat him again is the easy answer, but again, just see that dude leveled up. He leveled up. Yan stopped 27 takedowns. We're definitely getting another Yan Merab fight. Merab has been too much of a company, man. I could see that. I mean, yeah. The UFC particularly doesn't care if they don't, because Dana doesn't even, I think Dana even talked about it the other night at the press conference. He basically started out by reminding the people that he didn't even like Merab, that him and Merab had a rough start and they didn't see eye to eye and they didn't get along and they didn't like each other. Oh, that must have been because he didn't want to fight Sterling, huh? Because Dana hates when people do that. I was trying to figure out, why didn't he like him? That's the only thing I could think of. He probably was refusing to fight Sterling and Dana got upset. But that reminds me of Gaethje and people talking about him wanting to retire and giving him an ultimatum and everything. I don't know if this is a well-known thing. I know that obviously people like him for a reason and they know that he gets bonuses. Apparently, is it 14? I think it was when I was watching the press conference earlier. It said that Dustin Gaethje has had 14 fights in the UFC. I think it's 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And for all 14, he got a performance of the night bonus. That is crazy. And I don't know if it shows that on the Wikipedia. Fight on that performance. Oh, yeah. It looks like it says on there. Every single one of his 14 fights he's ever had in the UFC, he got a performance of the night bonus. Or fight of the night. That's just the way they worded it at the press conference. But every single fight. So, I guess that's why he felt so entitled as well. Because he's like, I'm doing all these things. I'm making the best fights. People love me. You guys are even paying me. You're acknowledging it yourself with your money. Can we get a orale for D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez? He made UFC 5. Orale. I was thinking about buying UFC 5 the other day. I was at Best Buy and I considered it. And I was like, when am I ever going to play this? I don't even have enough time to do all the uploads I should be doing. Orale. Play for me, bro. I live vivaciously through you. The thing about fake titles is that you get pay-per-view points and champions pay you. Champions pay when you hold and defend it. Yeah, Gaethje he said that during that conference, and I was actually going to maybe make some content about that. You know I got to put my spin on it, bro. He's talking, it's all about, must be the money. Would you agree, GM, the problem is that the sport has stayed away from being a sport and more of entertainment? Marco, I may be the wrong person to ask because there are many times I'm actually defending that and saying, hey, it's all about the freak show, right? We're just trying to watch these crazy gladiator shows, right? And sometimes these entertaining things that people get mad about and they say, why are they doing this? This is dumb. They're ruining the sport. Some of those things, I like them. Some of them, not all of them. But I have to admit it, bro. Some of the entertainment stuff I like. Imagine if every single fight in the UFC ever was like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Tyrone Woodley. Even though it's a good chess match, it would get old, right? Imagine if every fight was like Makhachev and JDM. Every fight was like Valentina and Weili Zhang. It would get boring. So there is a part of me that likes the freak show entertainment. So I go back and forth, bro. Y'all remember that first 1-2 that Peyton threw and Cejudo halfway into the Shadow Realm? Yeah, I remember it. I felt it. Do you remember like when you're playing video games and the controller vibrates so it could help you feel like the actual, like the force of the game? I felt it when that happened, and I kind of knew at that moment, and I was very sad. I won't believe the White House card is happening up and until I'm 3 fights into watching the card. Yeah, that might be the beginnings of the apocalypse right there. I'm ready for it, bro. You're making a steak right now, bro? Heck yeah, that's how you live, dude. That's how you live, bro. Making steak at 8:56 p.m. And then if you're not even on the West Coast, you're making that midnight steak, bro. Bro. Riding on a midnight steak to Georgia. Woo woo. B1, that's what's up, bro. Play to your heart's content, bro. Sit down MMA can you also sit down MMA can also show you play MMA games. I tried that before, bro. I tried going the video game route and like 3 people liked it. 3 people liked it, bro. Dang, that 10 p.m. steak. That's how you do it, bro. I just made midnight chicken. That's amazing, bro. That midnight chicken. Midnight steak like a vampire. Midnight steak. Here's what I'm gonna do. I slept. I ended up falling asleep like maybe around 11 today. And I slept till like a little after 3. And when I finally I woke up like 10 times in between. I kept going back to sleep. I'm playing GTA San Andreas on my Switch right now. Bro, they have it on the Switch? What? How is that possible? I love that game, bro. I'm jealous. When I woke up, I felt totally different. Like mentally and everything. Like if I could have started writing then and done what I needed 2 hours earlier, but by then it was too late and I had to move on with other things. And I don't want to have a repeat of tomorrow. I want to do things differently. I want to get up with the chickens. I want to make some scrambled eggs, drink some black coffee, maybe do some pull-ups. I want to show up ready. I want to put in some work for you. Start streaming earlier. I do not want to have another day like today. So I'm not going to stay up late till 3 a.m. today and ruin the next day. I'm going to be responsible right now. I'm probably going to go watch a rerun of something with Marilena. I'm not going to drink no caffeine. I need to be a good boy. I'm not going to drink any caffeine. And I'm going to be ready to do some good work tomorrow. So I hope that you guys are there with me and able to have a successful day tomorrow. Hey, but there's a time and place for chicken, bro. Though you gotta have that chicken sometimes. My lady and my schedule conflicts, so we have to make it work. Often results in late dinner. I don't mind. That's cool, bro. I'm glad you guys are making it work. That's beautiful. Too many people aren't willing. That's beautiful, bro. Unadapted. You're right, bro. Full calisthenics. I like it. It's having a switch glitch and fools not dropping no weapons or money now on a big mission. So it's like expert mode. Oh no. When I sleep, I snore. My snores lift my house up like cartoons. Yeah, everybody always tells me that I snore like crazy, and I get so frustrated when they say that. I told one of my kids the other day, bro, you're a liar. I stayed up all night the other day just to see if I would snore, and I didn't hear a peep. And they were like, that's a brick. And I was like, this is why I hate this generation. A brick is when you shoot a ball and it bounces off the rim. Okay? Work out and come back to us tomorrow. You could argue we do need the freak show. I wish that judging was just more. Yes, absolutely. And I wish they would score the whole fight, not round by round. That's not real fighting. That's fake. That's disgusting. Black coffee is so good. I love the smell of it. I love the smell of it. Not so much the taste of it, but the texture, yes. I'm going to spend time with her, lad. That's what's up, man. That's beautiful, bro. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being here in my lowest, so that I know that you're for real when I'm in my bestest. Thank you. Smoke means you kill someone. Oh, what the heck? Oh, shoot. City by the Bay. Brick City. All right. You guys be good out there. You be safe. Be careful with your steaks and your chickens. I'm going to be over here. I'm going to figure out what to do with these yogurt balls. I think I got some. If I find like a random hole in the wall or something like that, I could shove one of them in there, patch up the wall. Oh, heck yeah. Then we could both be unemployed, Morloca. I love you guys. Love you, James. That chancla's up. Thank you. All right. You guys be safe out there. Have a good night. We're going to do better tomorrow. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out.